Okay, so I'm with Charlotte, who's suffering with long COVID. We have decided between us that we're going to do a weekly diary over the next 12 weeks to see how she progresses. So we'll start just by saying she initially just had mild symptoms, didn't you?
Really mild. I was just, chest and lungs were fine. It was more so weakness, fatigue. But it didn't last long. My older brother who had it, who was fit and healthy, he was probably the unwellest out of my whole family. But obviously he's fine now. And it's just me since probably end of January, just gone downhill week by week slowly.
Yeah.
In terms of cognitive, fine motor, I've had confusion. There were one morning I'd gone downstairs about 4:30 just to use the loo, and absolutely fine. And then next minute, I were putting bananas into the smoothie maker, like making a banana milkshake, and then put it in the fridge, went upstairs, and then only realised I'd done that when my mum had said, there's some milkshake in the fridge. And it just come back to me.
Yeah.
And I thought, what is this? And I've had a few confusing moments. I was on FaceTime with my best friend, and my speech it was almost like stroke symptoms.
That must have been scary.
Yeah, and when I rang 111, they said, get yourself up to A&E because we think you've had a stroke. I said, no, I'm fine, I'm functioning, there's nothing like that going on. But in terms of head, you don't know what's going on, and it took a while for me to get an MRI. I mean, thankfully that come back fine. There was just a bit of inflammation, but nothing to worry about. But yeah, since then it's just been...
Yeah, just deteriorated, hasn't it? Yeah. So, but you told me, so you did some things at home to try and help yourself.
Yeah, because my fine motor skills, gross motor, I was struggling to use knife and fork. It just felt really strange. So my mum said, why don't you try knitting? So I took up knitting. I've made a blanket. Maybe I'll bring that in to show you all. And stitching the little squares of knitting squares I've done. And I have found my fine motor has come back, but there are days like yesterday, I felt my fine motor just wasn't right. I can't describe it, just something I can use it, but it's just very, very slow. Got to be careful. Gross motor, yeah, it's just the balance. I can be walking and then you're staggering. It's like you're drunk, and it's not coming from the head. It's the legs.
In the body, yeah.
I've lost all my muscle definition, which you said you noticed yourself in the back of the leg.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to get off the floor on my own. I need something to hold on to pull myself up.
All the time.
All the time. So, it's been very, very strange.
Yeah. So then when you sorted your motor skills out more, didn't you? So then you told me, because you weren't getting much help with the doctors, because Charlotte has comorbidities as well. So the doctors have kind of been blaming it on that, haven't they?
Yeah, I was told that because I've got a long-term health condition, so type 1 diabetes, they wouldn't refer me to a long COVID clinic currently because they'll just put everything down to you being diabetic, such as, my hair is, I've had to have it cut because it was so thin. I've kept the last 3 to 4 weeks of hair that's been in my hairbrush, and it's like a giant hairball. It's
crazy,
really. So I was given some physio exercises to do at home. Things like, sitting and standing in a chair, going, toe to heel rises, things like that, but they weren't working my muscles enough.
No.
And I only found this scheme by coming onto the website for looking at the swimming times and prices, and so is it Live Life Longer? That's it.
Let's live life.
Let's live life.
Everyone always gets it wrong.
And I saw the long COVID, and I thought, well, I'll give it a go, and I gave you a ring, and
Yeah, and here we are. Yeah.
here we are. And I feel more positive already, really.
Yeah.
Because beforehand I felt there was no help, no support. Standing on one leg, it's not going to do anything for me. I'm young. I was fit before, so I don't see why I can't build it up.
Yeah.
Again.
Exactly. Yeah. So when she came through the door, Charlotte come through the door, and I seen her trying to walk, and well, she was walking, but very slowly, and
You could tell I was concentrating.
yeah. And she come in, and so we got chatting about everything. So I've had a few long COVID people in, but they've all been more breathing issues. So this was the first one really with balance issues. But I felt really quite strongly about wanting to help Charlotte because of her age and because she was fit. And then it touched me that she has helped herself and she has gone looking for help. She's found some help, which I'm so pleased. But there must be other people out there too, and that's why we decided just to do this diary thing, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we went and we did some fitness testing. We did the Rockport test, and she was walking at 0.9 miles per hour. But she has to hold on for that, don't you? Can't do without just yet, anyway.
Even just like one finger, just supporting you. But without that finger, I'll be off.
She's over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the rate of perceived exertion was only 5 out of 10, but we wanted to make sure that we got all the testing right. She concentrated on the heel to toe. She could already do sit to stand, things like that. So we went and sat on a Swiss ball, didn't we? Which we did with one finger.
Yeah.
Didn't we? On the first time.
I've invested in as well at home.
Yeah, she bought one for at home. And then the last time though, we managed to have you sat without the finger on, didn't we? With the wall behind us and everything else around us, so that we were safe. And now we're doing like some knee. The knee lifts are still with the finger, aren't they? But we're managing to do some heel lifts, aren't we? And we did some resistance band work and we've done some floor work. But post-viral fatigue's of course really important. So she's kept in touch with me to let me know how she's felt afterwards. And you've been absolutely fine.
I've been fine. I almost feel like it's done me good, done me better.
Yeah.
And because the fatigue, it's something. The only way I can describe it is literally overwhelming. It's not like I want to sleep. It's just literally
drained kind of thing.
Drained, and even just getting up and going for a wee.
Yeah.
You think, oh God, you can't be bothered, but and I'm not that type of person to be.
No,
to
you
be
can
like
tell.
that.
You can tell you're not. So goal wise, we've just talked about it before we come on here, didn't we? So we know obviously to strengthen her legs and to regain her balance, but you do have a goal, don't you?
I do.
Yes.
My best friend's getting married in August, and I think I just want to be able to stand up all day and not, because it is on your mind and you're concentrating how you're walking and oh God, am I going to go off balance? And it's kind of consumes you at the minute. And another goal is get back to work.
Yeah.
You
love your job, don't you?
I love my job, and it involves driving and just getting back to work.
You couldn't drive at first, neither, could
No, just because of like the pressure on the pedals. And I still kind of feel that sometimes, but I just know to take it slow. But they're my goals. Get back to work, friend's wedding.
Yeah.
And get.
So we've given ourselves 12 weeks, haven't we? So you've got 12 of these you've got to watch. So we're just going to increase the exercise tolerance daily and add more functional movement. Hopefully in 3 months' time we might have you dancing.
New woman.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll report back next week then.
Yeah. See you next week.
Bye.